Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, it's time for another episode of Virtually Purchased Acquisitions. And here's the man that buys everything from Amazon, eBay, Etsy, or even Fanatics and Best Buy. A man who's a pretty good cyber shopper himself, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 2230, and this is the 104th edition of Virtually Purchased Acquisition. I just received some stuff in it and everything else in between. Where the heck did I put that? Nope. Okay, no, there it is. Now, before we get to the heart and potato of the matters, I want to talk to you a little bit about something. This was a crazy story. Now, as you know, I've been working as a housekeeper at the Dartmouth Mall. And it was, kind of like a childhood dream of mine. When I was a kid growing up, I used to go to the Dartmouth Mall a lot. And and I used to see all the cool stores that we had back in the day. And I thought to myself, I want to work there one day. I want to work at the mall one day. As you know, that dream came true back in June of 1995, June 26th, and I started working at Ruby Tuesday in North Dartmouth. It was, let's see, September, October. Ruby Tuesday opened up in September of 94 in Dartmouth, at the Dartmouth Mall. So it's September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 10 months into opening, I started to work at Ruby Tuesday. So, like I said, I worked there until 2010. In fact, I worked there until April of 2010. On the last day of April, I decided to quit the job because I had a better job working at the Dartmouth Mall itself as a housekeeper for a company called SMS, Service Management Systems. And they sent me this little note. In fact, my boss came into me and radioed me and says, Eric, I need you 5 minutes in my office. I was like, oh boy, I'm in trouble, right? I figured I'd done something, I'm in trouble. And then he asked me how long I've worked there. I said, worked here. I said, well, 15 years as of last week. So he presented me with a gift and this note here. It says, congratulations from the CEO of SMS. I'm not going to give his name out. I want to be sure. I know he congratulated me 15th anniversary. Miles that long, and then they said go get yourself a reward, go to the website and everything else. So, and I want to fold it this way, that way nobody can see anything. So, I was able to I'm going to utilize my points. I have not done that yet. It was an activity with the password. It said something's wrong with the password, and I realized, oops, one little letter is tricky. You would think that a straight letter, a lowercase L, you can mistake that for a capital I. That's all I gotta say about that, which is too funny. One little letter. Anyways. So what I received is a plaque here, so to speak. It says my name on it, 2025 SMS 15 years. Achievement, core values, appreciation. So I want to thank the good folks over at, I feel like I'm on an award show now all of a sudden, right? I want to thank the Lord. I want to thank my parents. So, no, but seriously though, I do want to thank the Lord for, blessing me with a job like this. If it had not been, even though sometimes it's a job that it's like, sometimes it puts me a lot under stress sometimes. Like I'm starting to hate. I almost wanted to quit a couple of times, but never gave up. So I want to thank the Lord. I want to thank my parents for being encouraging and supportive, as well as friends and family and relatives who been asking me about this, and also my boss for presenting me, and the folks at SMS for presenting me with this great award. It's adventure time, folks. Once again. Anyways, and the good people. And like I said, if it had nothing for this job, I don't know where I would be today. But there'll come a day. Hopefully, I can work longer in 15 years here, but then you never know. So yeah, 15 years at this job. It's really really surreal, and yeah, it has my name. It has my name on it and everything, which is totally cool. So yeah, and it also shows also like I said, I only worked 2 jobs in the real world in 30 years, and at one place, you know, which is even crazier. It's like I think no matter what, if even I quit working today and move on to another job, the Dartmouth Mall will always be part of me, so to speak. Or if something should happen in the mall, should it close down? You know, it's going to be a surreal. It'll be so surreal when that day happens. But not today. Right now, though, 15 years, it's crazy. It's crazy, 15 years, and it's totally surreal. So, and I will utilize the reward point systems that they've been giving me, so I can do that. So that's all there is to it. Another thing too, like I said, I'm going to add more things to my nostalgic shenanigans, and I'm going to start writing down a list of things that will be part of some of my segments on the show. Like Lima don't play that. I'm going to start adding a lot more wrestlers to my segment and everything else in between. So be on the lookout for that. Always have a lot of fun with that, and and I know what Mr. saying. What about Shenanigans Arcade? My life's been crazy to the point. Sometimes I forget. There's a lot of things going on. Since I have Saturdays off, I should take advantage of that. So hopefully I can get to Dr. Mario. That's what Godfather Dominic requested, and he also requested another game, and I forget what was it called, and I forget. Godfather Dominic, if you could comment on this video, what other game you requested, or maybe I should look at back at the replay for either Chilling with Jordy or I know it's a game that I played that I have. So we shall see to it. That'll happen. So, shall we get to the meat and potatoes of this video that I want to talk about? Is this bad boy thing? Let's see what it is. I was starting to open it up a little bit, so I'm going to continue opening it up, and I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to hide it like this. Alright. Oh! It's here! Can't wait. It's here. Hold up. It's here. Oh, hold up. It's here. Here it is. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, the viral sensation, Joe Hendry has been all over the place, folks. And guess what? This was a history-making moment. This was a history-making moment because this was as you know, WrestleMania 41 happened last month, and this gentleman, Joe Hendry, is the first TNA wrestler to not only cross the line into the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. That is history in the making. Of all 23-year history of TNA, none of the TNA wrestlers during their time with the TNA company crossed into WrestleMania. Of course, some of the TNA wrestlers that went to the WWE ended up being in WrestleMania, but this is the first time that a TNA wrestler under contract with TNA went into WrestleMania. And it's Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. With love in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say, I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Swing your hands from side to side. They say, I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry. Yeah, that's right, Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry. That's right. Say his name, and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. There it is. I got the shirt. I got this shirt. Joe Hendry, baby. I got my first Joe Hendry shirt. Yeah! WrestleMania. Who would ever forget, right? I can't wait to show this for the Rant and Rave. I'm sure most of them are watching, but can't wait to show it on Rant and Rave tonight. I got my shirt. Yeah. I'm very, very happy with that. So, that's right. Joe Hendry WrestleMania shirt came in. Yeah! Yep, say his name, and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Of course, I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ first and foremost, but sometimes, but having a lot of fun with Joe Hendry. If you don't know why Joe Hendry's a thing, you got to check out his stuff. Go to Insane Championship Wrestling. They have a YouTube channel, okay? Insane Championship Wrestling. It's based off Scotland. Drew McIntyre was part of it. You know, you've got to check it out. You've got to check and look up Joe Hendry's stuff. You want to know why he's a viral sensation? Yep, you're going to find out why. And I'll tell you what, right now, everybody loves Joe Hendry, man. I believe in Joe freaking Hendry, Dave. Yeah, can we do this one more time? All right, there you go. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. With love in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say, I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Swing your hands from side to side. And sing, I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry. You know. Yeah, there it is. Joe Hendry. Part of WrestleMania. Who would have thought this would happen, right? It was like, we joked about it saying, oh, it's going to happen. Oh, imagine Joe Hendry appeared. And guess what? He appeared. Joe Hendry. Unbelievable. At WrestleMania. WrestleMania. Joe Hendry. Oh, man. I like Joe Hendry, man. He's really, really cool. So there it is, folks. That's my virtually purchased acquisition, my Joe Hendry shirt. Can't wait. I think I'll wear it during the Portuguese Feast of the Whale and Sea Festival. And that way people say, hey, Joe Hendry! You know? That'd be really funny. Watch it would be a big hit like the Bootio shirt. Try the Frosted Geats. Tasted good, man. All right, so that's all the time we have on the show. As you know, coming up in about, let's see, we got here 46 minutes. 46 minutes from now, we're going to have Rant and Rave. We got AEW Collision on TV. We're going to have Impact. I'm going to watch on my tablet. I'm going to be multitasking tonight, baby. Trust me. And then I'm probably going to stop on by the David's Little channel and basically give my report on the Red Sox. Although I would give my report on the Celtics. Celtics, get it together, you crazy people. All right. I got to hide this somewhere where... I got to hide this somewhere where, you know... Well, okay, right over here is good. Right over here is good. Now, I want to surprise everybody at Rant and Rave. If they have not seen this video already. So, I'll see you guys later. I'll see you tomorrow. After all the wrestling reports tonight and all that, tomorrow we got Bullseye, we got SmackDown, we got Backlash. And here comes the Backlash. There's your Backlash. All right, so I'll see you guys later. And go to the Brandon Martin channel, 8 o'clock, Rant and Rave. I'll be there. So I'll see you guys later. Guys, have a wonderful, blessed day, or night in this case. And until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. a Big Beefy E and Do It for Bob Saget production, and in association with our Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.